Namaste, my beautiful queens. Today is such a reading, such a subject. What is coming into my life? First of all, I want you to choose the deck. Deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. I'll take a classical one. So number 1, number 2, and number 3. But this is what you can do. I want you to determine the time frame. For example, what is coming into my life within next, then determine 3 months, 2 months, 3 weeks, and choose the deck. Or you can do a different way. You can do this. This is next 2 weeks. This is next 2 months. This is next 6 months. However you want. Or you can determine yourself the area you want to look at. For example, I choose number 1 deck for my love and relationship, number 2 deck for everything else, number 3 for finances or my spirituality. So anyhow you want to do it, I will look at it from general point. Of course, it's going to be, if it's going to be a lot of cups, of course, that's going to be connected with love and emotions, but I will look at it from the general point of view. So choose the deck. Either choose one deck, period, or choose each deck for each period of time, or each deck for your certain specific area of life you would like to know. So we will do that. Asking the spirits of fire, earth, air, and water, the guides, the keepers, the guardians, to give us the answers to our questions. To my forehead, to my mouth, to my heart, and we'll touch those. So, deck number 1, what is coming into my life? You determine the time period or area of your life you want to know. I will be using general meanings. I am gonna get 3 cards, but if I need some clarification, I will get it. We are having Ace of Swords. We are having a 4 of Pentacles, and we are having Page of Swords. What is coming into your life? First of all, we are having the Ace of Swords, and we are having the Page of Swords. From I'm not gonna, again, I'm looking at the general, because if I'm going to start talking about it from the point of view of love relationship, here we are dealing with not a very good person, which is the Page of Swords. But first of all, swords and swords, we see 2 cards with these energies, and I am going to look at the card of Page of Swords as this right here. You see a woman walking on the string, holding the electric bulbs right here, and reading a book. So astrologically, Libra, astrologically, this card also connected with Aquarius and Mars in Aries, Moon in Aries, and also Gemini. So we see that you are going to very clearly see, this is a learning on whatever not very pleasant was in your life. This is these situations in your life which had been harsh, harsh. But she walks on the string, holding those bulbs and reading the book without even looking, and she doesn't look like she has any risk to fall. Still, we are having here the Ace of Swords, which show us these steps and the light coming from her head. So connecting these two cards, we are seeing you being very, very, very smart and learning the best from any situation which you had been going through. You've been doing with so much stress, but also with the situations when destiny in life just pulls the carpets from under your feet. And you put yourself together, you put yourself together string by string, and now you have your own very certain ideas, clear ideas, what you want, how you want, what you need to do for that. You are now at your strongest point. You have been through anger, you have been through, you know, jumping into something without thinking. Now you probably had been through arguments, you had been through heartbreaks, you had been through this, you were going through the fog without being sure where you are, what you are, what's going on. Now you, forgive me if I am being a little rude, now you are not gonna take, sorry my language, no bullshit from no one. And you clearly see and learned on what you have been through. And you are going to rather sharply, but you don't argue with idiots anymore, or you don't argue with people who want to talk you from something or bring you down or put doubts in your head. For example, what are you doing? You're gonna fall, you're gonna hurt yourself, you know, everyone lives like this, why don't you just live like this? Everyone, you know, it could be worse. Why you need always to try to change something? No, you walk your path. And especially we see the middle card here, which is a Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is the card of financial success. But what others can tell you, that you became greedy. The problem is that you, how you look to others, what's coming into your life, coming the power of the experience you've had, and your brilliant mind is gonna bring you new beginnings and new chances because of the Ace to, first of all, make you very financially successful. But how you gonna look to others? The thing is that you have been this someone who had spent a lot of time pleasing others, making sure, you know, they were unfortunately using manipulation. Could be your closest relatives, guilt, shame, blame. You could be, for example, supporting fully your sibling who, for example, drinking and doesn't wish to find a job because no job is good enough for him, and your parents told you, but it's your sister or it's your brother, you must take care of them. If you don't take care of them, who will? Something like this. And you're gonna say, you know what, you know what, no, No. So you become uncomfortable for some people, maybe several people, maybe quite a bit of people, but you become uncomfortable because they no longer can use you to fulfill their interests. You are turning towards yourself, and this can irritate and upset others, but you're not going to pay attention to it. You now coming to a real financial success. Probably you see this buildings right there. She's holding the wallet to her chest. And yes, you might tell all your relatives, you know what? I'm tired of renting, or I'm tired to live in small place. I want to accumulate money. I will buy myself a place which I can call my own home. So you probably are buying the apartment of your dream, or the house of your dream. So this is becoming very stable. You have enough money to get yourself a place to live, to get yourself into your life what you want. You're using your experience in your sharp mind, especially if you are Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, air, if you're air. You really put your life in order. You are not, it could be even starting a new business or something like this, but you are not going to allow absolutely no one to talk you off of, like, tell you, listen, this job you have, I know you hate it, I know, it's not piece of cake, but it's at least pays you something, it's better than nothing. No, you're not going to listen to anyone. You're not going to, you have done waiting. This is huge energy of acting, or fighting, or being ready to start, to grow, to bring into the 3D what you want. And you're not going to listen to nobody. You're going to do it. This will be done. So if in 3 simple words, this is triumph, this is success, you're rising over circumstances. And yes, mainly it's going to be connected with finances and stability and success financially, and you being your own queen, because we are having here Ace of Swords. So this is what is coming into your life in that time period which you have determined yourself. Now we are going to take the deck number 2, the Arcanum deck. I'm going to take 3 cards, and we will see. Still coughing. We will see. Am I holding it upright position? Yes, I'm holding it in upright position. Queen of Wands. Well, it's a very good sign, especially if you are a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. The Fool and the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is not something I like to see. So, there are some warnings here. We will get a couple additional cards. If we read it from the left to the right, there are 2 things I can tell you. I do not want, so I will read you variation number 1. You know that reading the cards, how they are read, depends on the situation. When I do it for many people, there are several situations, because we're looking into the future. I am using my my ability to kind of change the future, so I can make it a little more bright for here, from here to here. So variation number 1, I have to warn you that this, of course, is the worst card in the deck. You see a woman lying on the ground with 10 swords in her heart. So first of all, this is the card of a betrayal, the card of disappointment, and it could be connected with a relationship, because I do not want this to happen, but I have to look at the cards. You know that I read the cards how they came out of the deck. So in order to avoid this, so first of all, betrayal, disappointment, breaking moment, but at this, like, brutal events, really very not good card. But at the same time, it's a card of ending of the situation. Ending of the situation. This is not just someone hitting you in the back. This is someone hitting you in the back 10 times. This is something what finishes. Something is finished. And if this is the, if we're looking at it as the future events, the one who is warned, the one who is armed, we have to look at this card and see it as prevention of this situation. And as prevention of this situation, the Fool. Warning, you will stay. We see the Queen of Wands looking at the Fool. So to keep Queen of Wands to be Queen of Wands and not this fallen angel with swords in her heart, biggest warning here is do not be a fool, but turn on your mind and pay attention. Pay attention. What if you feel something is amiss, if you feel something is not right, you got to pay attention to it. This is variation number 1. It can be a love relationship, and it means that Fool is someone who can, you see, the Fool is, how to explain it? Fool betrays by just disappearing, or the Fool, the problem with the Fool, it's an unborn child. It's a child. And when he looks into the eyes of the Queen of Wands and tells her that she's the love of his life, he believes it. The problem is usually fast, bright, beautiful fling, affair, and then a Fool is gone. Not because he's evil by nature, but because it's a Fool. And a Queen of Wands must understand clearly who she is dealing with. So if this is about a future, then a Queen of Wands just has to be careful with this bright, amazing, charismatic, full of this vibe of a child type of a man. Now this is variation number 1. Variation number 2, how I see it for most of you. This happened. I hope this is, I mean, I'm telling you this as for the future because we're looking into the future, but I want to prevent this from happening. If it's not about love and relationship, please pay attention to whatever red flags at work, in your surroundings, because make sure you don't miss anything, so you don't end up in this situation because you're acting like a fool. You believe that everyone is kind and everyone wishes well and everyone is trustworthy. Unfortunately not. So you need to not act like a naive, open to the whole world fool. You need to be careful so you can avoid it. For most of you, how I would prefer to read it, this already happened, whether in love life or in something else. You had been already through this horrific situation which left you dead, but you put yourself up together because you are a Queen of Wands especially. And now we look at the central card as completely differently. The Fool in general readings is something new bursting in your life, into your life. And the Fool also brings new cycle of life. Radical new cycle, radical. If we look at my homeland, my beautiful queens, this would be so clear, because this would be that you must leave your home, everything you've ever known, and like a fool go forward into unknown, trusting the divine, but the result will be the Queen of Wands. No matter what, this is a chaos. This could be circumstances which you had no control over. Chaos. Fool brings chaos, new cycle of life, new circle of life, circumstances which pushes you from your things you are used to have to the new. You have no other choices but to walk away from something, and it's scary. You have to walk with the trusting the divine and your pure heart. It's scary. You don't know what's ahead of you. Fool is very, very significant sign. You can't even imagine what the Fool is bringing. It's unexpected turn of events. It can lead you anywhere. You don't know where it is leading you, but at the same time we see here the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands comes where she wants to be. Should you be careful seeing this card? Yes. But at the end, at the given time frame you have guessed, you can expect you will come to your power, even if you are not Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Queen of Wands is passionate what she's doing. She feels right about where she is, who she's with, and what is her life path, and she is there where she's supposed to be. So this, my beautiful souls, is a deck number deck number 2. I prefer not to even think what's going on there. Now, deck number 3. What is coming into your life? The Star fell out by herself. We're going to use it as a central card. The Knight of Wands, Traveler, and the Ace of Cups. Well, guys, for you, love. I mean, come on. There is a star and there is love. Traveler. Let's put Traveler on the left. I'm coming to you, my love, to fulfill your dreams and hopes. Like, this is so short. You see, this is a traveler, a person which comes from either short distance, but mostly for very long distance, coming to bring you true love as the answer to your desire of your heart, to your dreams and hopes. That's what I'm expecting to you. But he, of course, can be, you see, again, I don't want to read it from the point of view of love and relationship, but we have Ace of Cups. This is love and relationship, okay? And this is the dude who is coming towards you, Leo or Sagittarius, a traveler, a man traveler, the true love and fulfilling of the hopes. If star is with negative cards, that would be meaning that hopes are not going to be fulfilled here. First meaning obviously would be love. Not only it is love, but you are connected through the past lives with him. And two variation number uno. Variation number uno, you don't know him in this life yet. You do not know him in this life yet. You never met him in this physical world yet. He is coming because it was meant to be. Variation number two, you already know this man from the past, but you, variation number one, forgot about him. You guys went to kindergarten together. You don't remember him at all. But when you meet, he's gonna tell you, well, don't you remember we went to in elementary school? Variation number two, you did know each other. Maybe you were sweethearts from high school, maybe sweethearts from college or whatever. You have known each other, probably loved each other or dated. Then life brought unexpected events and you were separated, because the star also means separation. In the distance and in life, like you were far away from each other, but at the same time the memory of him you had somewhere deep inside, even if you married already 17 times, I'm exaggerating of course, or you know, done so many things, even if it was 50 years ago, this is the love from the past, which you thought was lost, which you thought probably only like on a Christmas Eve in the middle of the night you were sometimes remembering his eyes or remembering his face, thinking to yourself, I wish I knew where you are now. I wish he was happy. I wish his life, you know, turned out to be good for him. I wish I could see him. But that's just a hope which you thought would never come true, because the Ace of Cups is the love which you thought was lost. It was lost. It was a long time ago. I'll probably never see him again. Guess what? He's coming, and the lost love returns as it was meant to be. So this is a meaning number one for you. Meaning number two, gift, and the good news, because this is a card of good news and two cards of gift. So if we don't even take into consideration, I already told you about love. If it's not about love, you see, you have a goal inside of you, a dream inside of you, your true calling inside of you, the hope, the faith living inside of you. Star signifies that you are on the right path. And fears, please stop being afraid. You are being led by their extremely powerful guides, keepers, and guardians. You are being given a lot of hints, a lot of signs. You are being guided. So please, you are never alone. You are never lost. You always have that invisible protection with you. So you need to understand that your hope or your what inspires you, what makes you feel that sacred light in you, it's going, you need not to doubt it. Maybe it's your new profession. Maybe it's a new step in your destiny you're deciding to make. But it's going to bring you true joy and the true desire of your heart to come true. It's really you coming together with a peace. You have this leading star in the sky. You walking, you are stepping on you're either on it now, or you're thinking to step on it, or you made a first step on your true path. Means true path, what your soul have brought you into this physical life to do. It's a really, really beautiful sign. Not only your wish comes true, which is material, it's mostly unmaterial. It's doing, maybe it's I don't know, opening your own gallery. Maybe it's writing a book. I can tell you that when I was writing my book, I was asking a lot of questions. All 150 of my decks, I would receive star over and over and over and again. My book was the goal of my soul. One of the things I was supposed to do. So this is your lucky star. Especially because we have such combination, especially it's beautiful for people who are going to use their creative gifts. Even if you thought it's impossible, maybe you're gonna come back to singing or playing a guitar or writing a music or whatever it is, but you have to understand that this is your true talents, which are bringing you also the 3D great perspectives and success. It's about, you know, arts. It's about, I don't know, Reiki, Zen Buddhism, yoga, meditation, even calligraphy, aromatherapy, psychology, healers, coaching, you comforting people, because the Ace of Cups, it's also you being fulfilled, what you're doing emotionally, spiritually, and physically as well. So it's also you are bringing beauty into this life, whether it is maybe you're making beautiful bouquets and baskets of roses or flowers, whatever it is. But this is what's gonna be coming into your life in your nearest future. I mean, in that period of time which you did put before we started to look at the cards yourself. This, my beautiful souls, everything about this reading. Wishing you all the best. We'll talk to you soon. Namaste.